Welcome, brave adventurer. With the newest update to Naraka's Showdown mode, you've undoubtedly noticed a new area called Yama's Abyss. This campaign section features nearly endless stages that can be played as a trio or a solo. One way to get an upper hand on the NPCs is to collect Anima Rings, which will drop randomly as you're venturing through the abyss. The Anima Rings are broken down into 9 sections. Each will give you a permanent boost, depending on how many of the corresponding rings you've collected. With so many rings, all being RNG drops, we're here to show you our way to speedrun and farm these collections quickly.
I know I'm good. Are you?
You're going to be running Stage 1 in succession, and we recommend partnering with Faria Shen, who can quickly strip monsters' astral aegis and has strong ranged attacks with her rifle and ultimate. You'll be given a starting time of 25 minutes, which is way more than needed after practicing this a few times. You should be able to finish running through the 15 zones in about 12 minutes flat, if not faster. Your goal is to collect as many Dark Tide coins as possible, hitting the cap of 100k by the time you get to the final Rift Dealer in Stage 14.
Your death brings me one step closer.
After each stage is completed, you'll be given the option of either 3 Soul Jades to be used only for the remaining zones as a boost, or for an Anima Ring, which will give you the listed perks, but which you're ultimately here to collect for the permanent boosts. You're going to abandon every single Soul Jade enhancement, which will really begin to pay off, depending on the rarity level. You'll do the same for the Anima Rings, abandoning all of them in exchange for Dark Tide coins. And there are exceptions. You obviously won't want to skip an Anima Ring if you are working on collecting that specific one, or if it's entirely new, as noted with the notebook symbol. The other exception is any Anima Ring that will help boost your Dark Tide coins accumulation, of which you'll be spending every single cent. There are 3 to be looking out for. An enhancement called Rolling in it, which gives you different amounts of Dark Tide coins, depending on the rarity of the ring. And the ultimate enhancement you're trying to find is Special Offer, which will make all items purchased from the Rift Dealer majorly discounted. The other enhancement, this one always being blue, is called Contract Quests, and will give you extra coins after each cleared zone, which in this particular run we stacked 3 times and really paid out. After clearing Zone 3, you'll go to your first Rift Dealer zone, which you'll skip entirely. Remember, you won't be spending any of the coins until the end. You won't be buying any resources or Soul Jades at any point. This is Stage 1. You can do without. The first boss is always Fiery Monster. Immediately run up to him, wait for the red protection to drop and use Gunplay, which will drop his astral aegis down to nearly 0. You'll make quick work of him using your nunchucks, or you can cast your ultimate and blast him with your mech.
Not yet.
Afterwards, you'll continue grinding through zones 6, 7, and 8. You'll then be presented with an option for Stage 9, the final stage before the second boss. You can go through the gold portal to the Rift Dealer, which would be a wasted opportunity since you won't be using it. Or through another purple rift, skipping the dealer and giving you one more opportunity to get a random reward after clearing. The second boss, in Zone 10, is always Ominous Hellscourge. Like the past boss, you'll make quick work of him. Immediately run towards him and strip his astral aegis with Gunplay. Give him a beating and then cast your ultimate as he recovers, unleashing mayhem. Get ready to dodge and roll, finishing him with a combination of your nunchucks and rifle.
Tag, you're it. This is unusable.
It's worth mentioning, after clearing each zone, or boss, the countdown comes to a complete stop. There's no need to rush making your reward selection. Heal up and prepare for the final section of zones. Zones 11, 12, and 13 are more of the same. If you're unlucky, you may come across Ariel and her mermaid pals, which can be really aggravating. As you're clearing zones, remember that the final enemy you kill will likely drop coins that are not automatically collected like the rest. Be sure to grab those. At the end of Zone 13, again, you're going to be presented with a choice. Be very careful here. If you're doing this process again and again, you can lose track of the stages. If you skip the Rift Dealer at Zone 14, everything you've done will be for nothing, and you'll have to start again. It's quite possible we've made this mistake before. Now's the moment you've been waiting for. Zone 14, you'll finally get to spend all that hard-earned coin, but not at once. You're going to be buying a single carved jade and repeating the process seen here. If the Anima Ring you're offered is one you are trying to stack to collect or new altogether, you can keep it. But the majority of the time, you'll likely be abandoning it. You're going to be looking for two specific enhancements. The special offer, which gives you that major, sweet discount. And then the Showdown Smuggler, which will give you a Rift Dealer with a 20% discount. You won't get both of these every time, but this particular run we luckily did. After receiving both, we've got the maximum discount possible, which drops the price of each jade down to only 3,192 coins. So we can now spend them all at one time, rinse and repeat. You'll need a method to track your specific enhancements and what remains. We used a simple spreadsheet that we keep nearby to make sure we're making the right selections. But screenshots of the Anima Ring collections works as well. Most Anima Rings will require you to stack 3 to collect them fully. If you collected 1 or 2 of a specific ring in previous runs, the notebook, signifying it's needed for your collection, won't show until you've reached that same amount as before. Remember to keep an eye out for the various rolling in it enhancements, which will cash out for more than abandoning the selection. Once you're completely out of coin, you can hop into the final boss battle, make quick work of him, or just die. Successfully clearing the final zone won't affect your collection, but boy, it feels good to give Ominous another beating.
No! How could this be?
That's one speed run completed. Now get back in there and keep building your collection. Become the legend you were destined to be. If you enjoyed this video, please help grow the channel by liking and subscribing. See you on the battlefield, brave warrior!